Alright, so I've grinded the part times on these 3 levels. This one was sort of fun. It was kind of weird. There's like a process to it. Basically what I did was I reset the level until I had like a straight line down, specifically one connecting to that. And then I'd hit that, and if I lost the coin flip on a match, then I'd just reset. And I think it took me about, I want to say 10 to 20 minutes of attempts, but I got it pretty quickly. Anyways, guitar. So I think I might have learned at least one new thing about this one. So firstly, I don't think that this section over here is actually relevant to the puzzle. I do think the switches are where the important part is. But just in case. So let's bring up something. So I mentioned in the last episode how, let's see if this manages to hook properly. My paint.net scene seems to be, there we go. So I mentioned last time that we are potentially trying to make chords. So I went and did the research. There's a lot of nuance to playing guitar chords, but I have a feeling that the ones that were chosen for this puzzle were probably pretty simple ones. I noticed that there were like different octaves which had entirely different like setups for how to play them, but you can see I don't actually know the full extent of how to like play the chords. I think you put like your fingers on each of these spots and then you strum in the middle notes. And then for the ones which I have marked with like a pale blue circle here, I'm not entirely sure how it works. Excuse me for a second. But I like just looked it up online, like a guitar chords tutorial program visualizer basically. It output the circles which I plugged into this little image of mine, and I realized all of for like the first octave at least, all of the circles are in one of 4 rows and one of 6 columns, so to speak. And what do you know? But if I go back to the Enigma scene, you'll hear my dogs are going at it. Let's go ahead and bridge our path down. I realized something else since last time. Since there doesn't seem to be a use in bridging the bottom, I'm going to bridge like this instead, so that I get access to 2 blocks in this region of the puzzle, which I can do whatever I want with. I do have some things I suspect about what's going on here. But you can see 4 rows, 6 columns. That's exactly like what we've got going on in our little drawing, our little diagram. So I am pretty confident that we need to hold down some of these buttons with blocks. Now the issue is, how do we get blocks on here? And I'm starting to think that this puzzle might be twofold. The first part is figuring out like what the chords are and how they relate to this like space here. I think that's one half of it. I think the other half is how we get the blocks on here. And the thing is, presumably we're going to need up to potentially 6 blocks to like fully work with this. And 6 blocks is a pretty tall ask for this puzzle, if I do say so myself. But I had at least one lead. So obviously we need to collect that seed. And last time I was trying to collect that seed by getting a block in this open area and then like bridging up like that. But I might have a different way to do it. It looks something like, we'll go over here and bump this up twice. We'll do this, And now we're going to bump this left. And now we're going to try to bridge across to the left from here. And we're also going to shuffle these down. Who knows how it'll be, but for now it's best if they're out of the way. I think I'll just dedicate this one episode to this puzzle alone. Just because I don't have that much energy in me, but I do have enough to try to give another honest crack at this one. Since it's only been like, I want to say 2 hours since the last recording session. Anyways, now we need to get 2 more blocks down here. And there is sort of an issue. Right, yeah, this is quite an issue, isn't it? So how do we get 2 more blocks here? They do have to be 2 of the ones on this column, but I'm not sure which 2. And there's a problem where if 2 on this column are adjacent, then at least one of them goes in the drink. Let's say we push this one up, then we have no option but to put this one up too. So I don't think there's much we can do except do this, which is unfortunate. But we can at least move this down. Maybe we should have pushed this to the left, actually, since we weren't going to be doing anything with it anyway. Because now the issue is... Yeah. I do know we could also attempt to bridge on this row, but we've gone and lost the puzzle. So let's go ahead and get back to where we were before. This is a pretty slippery floor. Like, I'm not sure if it comes across in the recording just how slippery that floor is, but it's pretty slippery. Not like ice slippery, but I want to say, like, imagine standing on polished wood and you have socks on. That type of slippery. Anyways, back to what we were doing. We bump this up just like that. That can go down, that's fine with me. Right. We can get 2, but that's still not good enough. Like, we could get 2 by pushing this up and then that left. Although that still leaves us with an adjacency and waiting on the top right there, which forces us to dunk one of the blocks. So I'll give it another honest look, like before attempting it again, to see if there's a different way which involves a bridge across the top. So I do note there are still some blocks here that I don't know the meaning of, as well as the seed in this section up here. I feel like there's a decent chance that this puzzle might involve some hidden shenanigans, particularly involving that seed and the blocks which are free here, which have seemingly no purpose. I'll have to figure that out. Since I don't think, even if we do have a seed, I'm not sure if we'll be able to retrieve every block, unless maybe having one block and using it to hold down one of these switches allows us to, like, pick up the seed in there. See, the one, let me go around to it. The one to the left of me, if I can hit this, then I do get an extra block, and I can death warp to basically use that. So assuming we can get to that seed, that's 1 and 2 blocks accounted for, but we still need 4 more. I'm not sure what the deal is with this still, but let's keep going with what we know. So let's say that there's a way to bridge on the top instead of the bottom. What would that involve? I think we'd push the bottom, if we look at the right set of blocks and ignore the left, if we push bottom left up, until it joins with the one above it. Now there is sort of an issue. I don't think the top right can ever be pushed down, at least without sacrificing the one underneath it. I think one of those two always goes in the drink, in a position where it's not the best. That said, if we sacrificed the... No. Wait. Okay, humor me on this. Let's say that we... Actually, I think it'll be faster to act it out than to try and actually, like, do thing. So let's do this. So my goal is to push the second one from the top up, and then to the left, and then the one above it down and to the left, and save a block down here, which I think can be done. Potentially something like... Well, okay. Potentially something like this. I think I might have gotten it. So... we have a way to cross over to here. So that is excellent. That is tangible progress on this puzzle. Of course, we don't know what type of seed this is, but I think I'm decently convinced that it's going to be a pushable block. Also, this thing I'm on right now, I called it a staff in the last episode, but the staff is actually like the whole set of lines which you place notes on. This is the clef, not the staff, and it's a treble clef to be precise. I'm sure somebody would be getting on my case about that. Alright, so we've got one block. I guess nothing else to do but to push it around and see, okay, so it is in fact taking out certain sets of blocks. Maybe I didn't actually need to, it might not have been necessary to do that whole, like, diagram work, which I did, but hey. We want to get that one. Okay. So, like this. Let's go ahead and bump that. I don't really care that we missed the stone. So we'll death warp here. Let's go ahead and do that. Still not sure if there's a way to get these two over. For now, that's just a mystery. But we have one seed. And with our seed, we have one more block to use. What can we do with one more block? Presumably not a lot. We can put it here to... which one was it? To do that. So let's say that we can use this to get a yellow match. We're probably still not in the phase of the puzzle where we should be going for matches, but hey, where's the yellow? There's a yellow. There was a chance that, like, the yellow was in one of the other inaccessible areas, but we'll need to... I'm trying to think about this. If we have 3 seeds, like, not even 6 or anything, then it should be possible to reach all of these independently. The issue is the one-ways. So if we have 3, then we can go through this one. We need 3 to get to this one I'm pointing at here. And we also need 3 to get this one. I think we can go through this way to avoid having to spend a life. But this one's a mystery and we might need to use a life for it. Now, of course, we need to get one more seed. How do we do that? Is there a way to do that? I don't think... Oh, wow. My puppies are really going at it. Yowza. Gonna mute. Seems to have calmed down. So, how do we get that seed? This is where I'm concerned that we might be dealing with some like secret way stuff, because there's literally no way for me to like strafe around that middle block there, which tells me that it might be a matter of like either getting one of these across, but we've already proven that's not exactly in the cards for us, or one of these is somehow... Okay, here's the thing, actually. There's a chance that some of the buttons, which probably don't correspond to the yellows, there's a chance that the buttons do actually reveal some other blocks. So I'm going to try that. So that... Let's do that. So nothing seems to be revealed over here, nor here. This might be a pretty lengthy process. I think I'm going to mute just to give myself some space to think. it just occurred to me that there's a chance that placing the blocks on the switches, if it is revealing a hidden way, then it might not be directly visually, but rather just like transmuting something from like a normal block to a texture which has not block properties, a non-solid, if you will. There is a chance that that's what's going on. If so, then we can definitely do it like that again. I'm not in a rush for this episode. So I'm not seeing anything particularly profound over here. I guess, you know, I guess I should try to see if these map onto the frets that I had like noted down in my diagram. I'll do that later though. Like I think I've still got things I can do just on my lonesome. So that's, oh, lost my life. Okay, that's actually a little bit worrisome, but also I only have 2 matches left, so I could spend a life if absolutely need be. Alright, so that's not proven fruitful. Trying to think. How do I get that seed? Of course, it might be impossible to get that seed, and I'm being trolled. There is also the fact that this weird freaking block is down here. Still not sure what its deal is. Because, like, I can't push it over anything. I'm pretty sure it's not holding down a switch. There's this little, like, space in the water so that you can't intentionally pull out a block from this column. We can't... Yeah, it would be fruitless to try and like push something onto the clef and then down. We'd need another whole block of bridging to get that to work. Yeah, not sure if there'd be any, like, hidden walls on that side. Let's go ahead and push this down. Doesn't seem like there's anything over here. It'd be quite silly if there was, like a push block in one of these rows. Lost the puzzle, but honestly, I think I'm fine with that. So, what's next? What is next for me? I think I'm pretty assured in my assessment that this part of the puzzle is purely visual and holds the oxide stones. There is a question of what to do with these 3 blocks. I guess let's make that our next route of inquiry, right? Because we only need 1 to bridge across. The other 2 seemingly don't go anywhere. Like, we could... Let's just bump this out so that it doesn't, like, cause a conflict in case we want to, like, bump that like that. So let's say that we... Can we push this over these? Yeah, we should be able to. I'm not sure if that's important. I think it's just a normal behavior. Like, I can't be too assured that that's actually like an important thing about this puzzle. It might just be like a normal behavior. Let's go ahead and just double, triple, quadruple check that there's nothing hidden over here. Of course, I wasn't entirely thorough in my like secret wall checking. If worst comes to worst, I can always bust out the level code and try to parse that. Do like a little read along. But doesn't seem like there's anything hidden of note over here at least. So what can we do with 3 blocks that we don't with just 1? Like, we can get something on the bottom row, but there's no point to getting something on the bottom row because we need to get upwards leverage on it. Like, let me make sure I'm not being stupid here. I'm not being a stupid idiot. And that if I try to push something, I got a match. If I try to push something on that grate, it will in fact block the block. Yeah, if you can't block the block, then don't talk the talk. Saunter along, little block. Alright, it's down here. Does this do anything for us? No! Alright, but that was to be expected. I don't think the laws of reality were going to be bending to get me through that one. Yeah, I can't salvage a block from the right set. I can't salvage a block from the left set unless there's some way for me to cross over from the other screen, which seems like what it wants me to do, because I can't bridge over to that seed. I definitely, like, there's life there. Oh, fascinating. So the seed had already, like, started growing. Hold on. Curious. The seed started growing. Right. Huh. Is there a way to get above that seed while it's still growing by just being fast enough? Ho ho ho, delightfully devilish, Watson. Alright, let's try that. I do note that I'm not sure if that's actually going to work. Like, just eyeballing it, I'm not sure if the Sokoban actually works out to allow me to travel above it, but it's better than anything else I could come up with, and that's worth a shot to me. So if we could push this to the right, that would solve all of our problems. But yeah, it doesn't seem like we can do anything there. Strange. Well, still got plenty of time to figure this out. Still got the mystery of this. Like, this block is what boggles me the most about this puzzle. Because, like, there's literally... it doesn't do anything. Like, okay, hold on. So we can use a seed to overwrite a block. Let's not forget that. That is fundamental tech. Seeds destroy blocks. Seeds destroy grades. Ooh. Alright. Now I might be cooking. I might be cooking indeed. Although, not quite. Not quite the gourmet specialty that I like it to be. Because if I placed a seed on this grate... oh, no, it does. It still creates the block. Okay, I think I might have something. I think I might be on the route to a solution here. So, how does this work? We push this up, like that. We get something stuck like that. That's fine for our intents and purposes. We push this all the way up. We don't care about it. We sacrifice that. So we push this. We do this. Lose a life. I think that's still fine. So. Let's collect our seed. All the way down here. Let's go all the way back up. Alright, I think I'm onto something. I think I'm onto something. Don't fall into the water. That was almost a certified idiot moment. Alright, plant the seed? Indeed. Indeed plant the seed. Alright. So now, with this, we shouldn't even have to worry about lives anymore, I don't think. So, which one goes there? So, I'll go ahead and spend my life anyway, just to collect the seed and scramola. So we've got another seed. Now let's go ahead and get a match there, just because we can. Alright, so we bridge here. And now, barring any sort of extreme grievous error, we should be in the clear to solve this puzzle now. So I think now that we are on track to solving this, it might be a good time to actually see if our the little fret boards I drew actually have some relevance. First, let's go ahead and clear out any oxide matches which might be a given. So we've got a cyan. I think there was a cyan over here. Somewhere no, that's not the right one. Cyan. There we go. So let's go over here. Alright, so we got a yellow in the middle. Which I think I want to solve pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and push the blocks in position just to where is it? This should work. Alright, so yellow. So we get out of here. So we now don't need to revisit that section anytime soon. Let's hit the red. Alright, so let's just do as it says. I do note that we seemingly only need to hit 3 chords. Actually, we do... Okay, we're not in as much of a pickle, but still slightly pickle-flavored. So let's go back to consulting our paint diagram real quick. just to get an idea for what might be afoot. So let's try... I'm not sure if anything on... I do think we use the top row for some things, but potentially not all things. So let's try recreating this C chord, which looks something like that. So let's yeah, because 2 here, 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. Like, if we ignored the ones on the top fret, then, if that's even a fret, I'm not sure if that's a fret. Again, I'm not a guitar player. I, like, did the bare minimum research to not even, like, understand how to play the guitar, but just to, like, create a visual which maps onto the thing I see in the puzzle. But let's try to create this. So that, and that. I'm not going to be able to very nicely memorize it, but I should be able to still input it. Alright, so resume. Let's plant that seed. So let's put this... This should be like that. That did literally nothing. Okay, that's actually kind of impressive. Well, hey, we got 3 blocks, we can use them. If I failed in the part of the puzzle which I thought I understood, it still doesn't matter too much, because... Is there anything in that bottom row which does at all? This doesn't feel right somehow. Okay, well, we got 1. But that's for the one which we need to death warp to use. So we're not solving that one. This one, however, alright, that one is nice. So let's lock that one in. That's another one. Getting there. Alright, so we've exposed 1 more. Alright, that's a match. So now we just need to uncork the bottom one, and then we should be good. So there's 1. Is this the right one? No. That's the right one. Let's try not to get into the water. Alright, so those 2 are in position. Is there one in the top row? We are sort of playing with fire here, because we will need to push that block back down, potentially. But, hey. Was it just like... No? Alright. That's a little bit scary. There has to be some combination, right? Is it like that? Doesn't seem like it. Is it like... Let's push this back into position. Is that right? Yeah. Is this good? Nope. Did I miss one on the bottom row? Huh. Funky. How do I hit that? We've just gone in a whole big circle. Hold on, I think that's it. So is it this? Yes, okay. So now, last phase of the puzzle, we just have to open up the 3 other ones. And I forget how that looks. Is this part of it? No. Is this part of it? No. Is this? That's part of it. Is this part of it? No. Is this part of it? No. Alright, let's push this around. Is this part of it? No. Alright, we're just having fun here now. Alright, that's part of it. Is that part of it? No. Alright, that doesn't do anything. Alright, so... Again, does this bottom row actually affect anything? I don't think it does. So it must be something in the top row. But we can get this in position... Is it here? No. Is it there? No. Huh. Somehow I'm finding whole new ways to draw a blank. I guess it was in the top row. Huh. I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. Took a bit, but I did it. I solved guitar. That was wild. So, didn't have hidden ways, and honestly, Guy Busser, you get my respect. No hidden ways. There was technically, like, unnecessary elements, but one of them did technically have a purpose. Like the ungettable seed did remind me of the block replacement mechanic, which I did end up using for the solution. I'm going to have to review the chords, because I have a feeling I got it dead wrong. Guitar seems complicated. Like, not necessarily complicated in the how, but just complicated in the, like, what is what sense. Like 50 bajillion things to memorize. And there's a chance that when I was doing my, like, research for this puzzle that I just got everything dead wrong. Or did, like, the slightly wrong thing to look for. And that ruined everything. But, hey, we're past it now. Par is 622. That is acceptable. Especially because of how slow I was going and how much fumbling I was doing trying to, like, figure out the thingamabobs. Knowledge 5. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, but that was the puzzle I solved. So, this will probably be all I do for today. I don't have any more sessions in me, I don't think. But I do consider this good progress. So, see you next time.